Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. It is a 1 vs 1 between Thoo and Infi. It is game 3 of 3 in the ESL Grand Finals in Shanghai. And over in our right corner, we have Infi as the red human player. Over in the opposite corner, we have Thoo as the blue human player. We are going to speed it up to about the 2-minute mark when all the action starts to occur. It is Echo Isles. See how this works out for the players already making that scout tower pretty early there.
Players' forces are under attack.
And now moving out towards the bottom of the map. Infi also moving out towards the bottom of the map.
A town is under siege.
Going right for the Renegade Wizard camp. Also going for the Renegade Wizard camp is Thoo. And first Kobold is down. Now surrounding that Renegade Wizard, may lose a militia here, should back that up just a moment, but survives with only 5 health. Talisman of Evasion for Thoo. A Talisman of Evasion for Infi as well. What are the odds? And both of them will more than likely sell those Talisman of Evasions, as they're not so good on an Archmage. Footman from Infi went over to Thoo's base to scout it out, and is now going to run away with all that scouting information. Now going over to the Knoll Brute camp. And taking that out, a Tome of Strength. Still not a very good item for an Archmage. Another Tome of Strength. Both sides getting the same exact items so far. Pretty crazy there. May not even take that Tome of Strength. Although I would. It is 20, I believe 25 health. I haven't played in a good couple years, but I certainly do remember the game as I played it for, oh god, I have no idea how long. Many years. Ogre Magi about to be assaulted here by Thoo. See what kind of item drops and how it will be useful for the rest of the game for Thoo. And the RNG of drops, the best part of Warcraft 3. Claws of Attack +6 on that Archmage, a very good item. And now moving along for Infi. Still kept that Talisman of Evasion, didn't sell it, and is now going to be going for the Arcane Tower in development, so it's going to be taking huge damage here from this Elemental and the Archmage. And we'll see if he can take it down before it is completed. Indeed, it looks like it was actually canceled by Thoo. Now a level 3 Archmage for Infi, level 3 Archmage for Thoo as well, both sides at about the same exact experience. Gloves of Haste is on the ground, and it's going to be stolen by Thoo there. That creep camp was destroyed by Infi by proxy of his troops, and Thoo reaps the rewards of it with the Gloves of Haste. So now a +6 Claws of Attack and Gloves of Haste on Thoo's Archmage. So Thoo's Archmage is quite formidable at the early portion of the game. Also still has that, sold that Talisman of Evasion, which does make sense indeed, and picked up a Boots of Speed instead. Now Infi pressing on Thoo's base here with 2 Forest Troll Berserkers and the Shadowed Priest, whereas Thoo only has just 1 Shadow Priest. Going after the barracks, researching defend against those 2 Forest Troll Berserkers. They do such huge damage that you typically want to have defend on your footmen when you have to deal with them. Both sides dispelling each other's water elementals. Now going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and Thoo's Archmage just does so much damage. He will lose this Shadow Priest very quickly here. Now going to try and defend that Shadow Priest, but not going to be able to do it. So there goes the last Fireball, taking out that Shadow Priest. Does so much damage with that Claws of Attack +6 and the increased attack speed. Infi in retreat now, running back to base. Thoo's Archmage just so superior at the moment with those Boots of Speed as well. With only Infi only having that Talisman of Evasion. Now at the marketplace for Thoo, looks like he did not buy anything. Was just probably checking to see what was available. Water Elemental was dispelled. Infi's Water Elemental was dispelled. That is. Footman going into Thoo's base here, going to try and take down some militia, but with some good micro, that isn't really going to happen. Archmage now running away from the pile of footmen and the Shadow Priest that is following.
A player's forces are under attack.
Thoo's Archmage harassing these Troll Berserkers here, forcing them to run all the way back to base. Meanwhile, Infi juking out these footmen here, sending some troops down to the bottom there to scout it out. Now Infi back in the base of Thoo. See if he can do any harassment, and no. Just going to continue on. Now, Thoo looking for an expansion from Infi, does not see one. Thoo knows that he doesn't really have to bother with that just yet.
A player's force.
And now, Thoo creeping out the Murloc Nightcrawler camp here. See what kind of item drops for him from the Nightcrawler. And a Tome of Experience, very nice item to have. So that will put him up very close to level 4, if not level 4 entirely. Indeed, looks like it will actually put him over level 4. He's 895 out of 900. This last Huntsman will cause him to be level 4. Whereas Infi's Archmage only level 3. Although in Warcraft 3, typically the even levels of a hero aren't the best levels. The odd levels are 1, 3, and 5, etc. Taking out that Footman from Thoo, an additional free experience. So much experience on Thoo's Archmage so far. As it 1,000 out of 1,400. Just needs 400 more experience to be level 5. Whereas Infi's Archmage is still only level 3 and not even halfway through level 3. So way behind this game. Simply better items dropped for Thoo so far. The Claws of Attack and the Gloves of Haste, just such a good combination. Now going after the Ogre Magi's going to pull them back away from that Magi so they don't get so much bloodlust on them. Those Water Elemental going after Infi's Archmage there, causing a little bit of damage. And now here comes the Ogre Magi, and running back, got a little bit too far from the camp. And trying to take out some of these creeps here. However, Infi comes along and disrupts the process and will reap the rewards of this camp himself. Mountain King is out for Infi as well as a second hero. And the Magi will fall soon. And what items drop from the camp? We have a Potion of Greater Healing, very useful item. And the Trappers go down, causing the Mountain King to be level 2. Archmage still just over halfway to level 4. Still the level 4 Archmage from Thoo, almost halfway to level 5. And a level 1 Mountain King for Thoo as his second hero. Puts that Potion of Mana on the Mountain King, a wise choice. Will now be able to spam Storm Bolts pretty quickly. Now going after the Ogre Mauler at the Goblin Merchant. Just bringing along his Mountain King there to get some experience only on his Mountain King. And Archmage was trying to harass there, but not really getting any good harassment in. Mountain King takes out the Ogre Mauler. Sentry Wards and a Tome of Intelligence drops. You may sell those Sentry Wards, but they are quite useful to drop around to scout out your opponent. But if you do need the money more than the wards, you can always sell them. Mountain King now battling out with this Mountain King here. Footman on both sides. Here comes the Archmage using that Staff of Teleportation to come along into the battle. And 2 Shadow Priests out for Thoo, so lots of healing out for Thoo. And 4 priests out for Infi. Looks like the Arcane Sanctum just came up for Thoo and researching that priest adept training, and 2 priests after that. Stormbolt goes down on the Shadow Priest. Probably will lose the Shadow Priest due to that. The Shadow Priests just are so incredibly weak. Only 240 hit points. One of the lowest hit point units in the game, if not the lowest. Battle ensuing now. Thunderclap for Thoo's. And a Thunderclap for Infi as well. Getting both skills there. Infi's Mountain King in a little bit of trouble there. Getting completely surrounded. However, the Scroll of Teleportation goes off for Thoo and uses that Potion of Greater Healing on that Mountain King. We'll see what Infi's next move is. And Thoo appears to be going down to the bottom of the screen. Perhaps we'll get the Murloc Nightcrawler camp. And indeed, going for the Nightcrawler camp as Infi here. See what kind of items drop for both of these players. Just using his Mountain King to level up here. Tome of Intelligence dropped for the Mountain King. Not too bad there. Always could use more mana on a Mountain King. Can never really get enough. Ring of Protection +2 and a Manual of Health. Not too bad of a combination, to be totally honest, for a Mountain King. So you get some health, and technically armor can be converted into health in this game as you convert the reduction percent that you have on your hero, combined with the health of your hero. technically 900 health on that Mountain King, but he has 4 armor. I believe that was 4 armor, so it has much more than 900 health in terms of physical damage. Having to use the Scroll of Teleportation from Infi there, and that is not good. They cost so much to replace those. Mountain King now moving down to the Goblin Merchant Camp. Going to finish off these 2 Troll Berserkers. Don't believe any items drop off these. Perhaps a tome at best. But it is experience, and why not? Level 3 Mountain King for Infi. And the Mountain King for Thoo, still level 2. However, Thoo has a superior Archmage still. Archmage getting caught out a little bit there, but gonna get away just fine. Uses a Storm Bolt, but a very unnecessary Storm Bolt, as he wasn't gonna be able to surround it or do any additional damage after the Storm Bolt. So really just a waste of a Storm Bolt. Storm Bolt can't talk again, and now the Mountain King low on mana because of that. So I don't really agree with that Storm Bolt. 2 claws of attack. Again, can't talk today. On the Archmage with that Gloves of Haste. So plus 12 and plus 15% attack speed. Very, very good Archmage. Infi now harassing the expansion of Thoo. See how we responded. A very good Thunderclap. That hit virtually all the units there. That was an incredible Thunderclap. And now the Archmage using that Staff of Teleportation to come into the battle. Level 4 Archmage versus a level 3 Archmage. Level 3 Mountain King versus what looks like a level 3 Mountain King. So pretty even odds. Infi's Archmage just now reached level 4 and gonna have to back out of there, losing out on this battle. So many priests for Thoo. So much healing going on. And the Mountain King in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to back out of there. See, low on mana, so that Storm Bolt, that last Storm Bolt just caused him to be so low on mana. And Infi GG's out, leaving Thoo the winner of the Grand Finals of the ESL in Shanghai. Thoo our winner of the game. And the action continues here without the players. Check it out here. And soon the Archmage will fall. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this 3-game series. If you didn't check out the other games, you could go ahead and check them out. And I will see you guys next time.